All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a game between Lin and 120 taking place here on Last Refuge. For those of you guys who are wondering how come I haven't gone to the full widescreen mode yet either, I don't know how to do that yet with the NetEase client. I'm sure someone will put it out there shortly, and then I'll try to readjust so that you know there's actually more gameplay and things to view for everyone who's just like, hey, the game takes up all of the chat menus and everything. It takes up too much space. Well, that's what 4x3 looks like. I am at maximum resolution on 4x3 in the game. My apologies if it doesn't look nearly as good. And another thing, I was trying to download some 1.29 patch games from you know, Northrend and US West, US East servers as well. The replays just like froze. The units never moved. And, well, obviously the replays were broken somehow, some way, shape, or form, or my application is not working right, thereby causing additional problems. Well, hopefully we can set all of that aside as we are going to be looking at an undead versus an orc matchup. It is going to be a Farseer first, and, well, the days of always being able to predict Blade Master after Blade Master after Blade Master is now far behind us. Interesting thing to note right now, though, is we are looking at the orc who has yet to set up a barracks. We may be going for an extremely fast tech to tier 2, which is a strategy that well, generally wasn't used very often. So people are still fleshing out their openings in 1.29, and I am so interested to see how all of this is going to go down. All right, we are taking a look at Lin here. Farseer will be popping out here in just a moment. You can see 17 over 17 supply right now, 17 over 20 there at both sides. Death Knight finally, oh no, not the Death Knight, it's the Pit Lord. No, not the Pit Lord, the Crypt Lord. Right, Crypt Lord with all of those little buggers and Impale as well. A hero that we have not seen, and really looking forward to how this game is going to unfold. Thanks everyone out there who has either been following me on Twitch, who has subscribed to me on YouTube. If you guys do want to catch me on Twitch, definitely check me out. My link is in the description below. Also, bits, cheers, all of that, and support is definitely, well, encouraged, as we are going to be looking at the Farseer now trying to put pressure here with those Spirit Wolves. Spirit Wolves looking to put some pressure onto some of these units. Is it going to be actually able to take down some of these units as the Pit Lord is now finally out onto the field? Pit Lord is out onto the field. Skeletal Minion is now joining in on the fight as the Spirit Wolves quickly get resummoned to deny any sort of experience. Meanwhile, the Pit Lord, excuse me, Crypt Lord, I don't remember the last time I actually said Crypt Lord. Yeah, the Crypt Lord now making its rounds out. We don't know what ability it has as of yet. It looks like it is going to be generating those little scarabs. And those scarabs are, well, surprisingly powerful. They are not timed units, and you can take a look at them. It does generate a bit of an army that is not on to time life. Yes, they only deal 8 to 9 damage, but they do cause problems. However, the downside is that you don't have the Death Knight's Unholy Aura to move around the map quickly. All right, you can take a look at this guy right there trying to join in on the fight. Going to be backing off. Are you going to chase that little scarab, or are you just going to leave it alone? The little scarab right there still trying to do a bit of chasing back and forth here. Looks like it regenerated some hit points fairly quickly as, well, who's going to get the final shot off there? And it looks like, well, the undead got the 10 gold. That is why you saw that animation once more. All right, Spirit Wolves now back out, going after the Crypt Fiend's Grunt. Going to try to get in position right there as the Crypt Fiend backs up against the trees to make sure it doesn't get surrounded. The Spirit Wolves being pushed back here, and this Farseer harassment is extremely effective so far, as the Pit Lord only has, well, has taken a lot of damage, used up a good bit of mana, and now you can see some of those guys just being taken away. The use of the, well, these little carrion beetles off of the graveyard is a very strong effect, being able to use, well, skeletons as a type of resource. You can take a look at this army right there. 3 Crypt Fiends, 1 Crypt Lord, but the skeletal minions and these little carrion beetles, they are, well, all from that graveyard. Farseer has not been able to do very much. Meanwhile, back at the other end, Grunt trying to put pressure on those skeletal minions, not going to be able to do so. And so far, Lin might be in a little bit of trouble as he is going into a bestiary and now getting up a Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain Stomp has been extremely effective at taking down Crypt Fiends, as it does stop them from burrowing. Actually, I believe it does stop them from burrowing, since it does technically stun them. And I think that, it is like some sort of channeled ability. All right, who's going to get the final shot off there? Crypt Lord gets to level 2. Is he going to get that additional plus armor, or is he going to go for Impale? I'm not quite sure. Continuing to engage once more, trying to push back those skeletal minions. It does have a sacrificial skull, but it has to play a very dangerous game there, as that little carrion beetle is going to end up giving experience to the Farseer, but the Farseer is still only sitting at 24 experience. We are going into Beast or Raiders right there, as the Crypt Lord continuing to just regenerate a lot of hit points here. The Spirit Wolves are going to try and chase that Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend going to back off, make some distance and room as we see an ensnare go down. All right, the Beetle, what is it going to really be able to do? Farseer, is it going to be able to steal that experience? No, it's not. The Crypt Fiends with that volley attack doing a great job once more, as the Farseer of Lin is really falling behind on experience. But then again, the Tauren Chieftain, as you can tell by the mini-map, is still gaining experience away from all of the action. The Tauren Chieftain already sitting at level 2, so it is a level 3 Crypt Lord going up against a level 2 Tauren Chieftain and a level 1 Farseer. Back at the base here, we are already upgraded to tier 2. We do not see a second hero as of yet, and we don't know what the next ability is going to be. It looks like Impale was picked up since it doesn't have the additional plus armor. And with that, level 2, well, still hasn't spent that third point yet, so I still don't know how this is still going to all unfold. Now, Tauren Chieftain isn't going to be, well, try and put its foot down. There is a burrowed Crypt Fiend right there. The Spirit Wolves are going to just disappear, as this, Stronghold is going to be, that Stronghold is going to be able to make its way back out here in just a moment. What's going to be happening next? No, excuse me, Great Hall. Yeah, Stronghold was not the word I was looking all. All right, not the Pit Lord, the Crypt Lord now making its rounds down here. Tauren Chieftain and Farseer still getting a bit more experience. And if there is a game with the Pit Lord and the Crypt Lord, oh heaven help me, as I will be extremely tongue-tied. All right, there goes another beetle. And what really can the Undead do at this point? He does have Crypt Fiends, and a large amount of them. He has a interesting front line with those beetles and those skeletal minions, but the skeletal minions, well, they could in fact get disenchanted if we are going to be going for Spirit Link, but that's normally not the case in this particular matchup. Nope, we are going to be looking at Spirit Walkers and Disenchant to help deal with those skeletal minions there, even though they do not deal damage to this Carrion Beetle. All right, units still looking to back up here. Carrion Beetle is up to 330 hit points. That was what the second ability was, as the Tauren Chieftain now going after some additional units. Tauren Chieftain gonna go ahead and put his foot down, get in a lot of damage once more. No ensnare going down onto that one obsidian statue, as the Raiders have taken a lot of damage. There is another stomp once more, and the Tauren Chieftain could get to level 3. There goes the Temple of the Damned. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 3, level 1 Endurance Aura still, as it is going to be Raiders instead. All right, is the gold going up? Pillage is now done being researched. The units are all going to go ahead and back away. Tauren Chieftain could be in a little bit of trouble. There's a big stomp across multiple units, as they all do teleport back. Now, if the strategy becomes pillage with Scrolls of Town Portal, that may end up working out. Farseer, however, still sitting at level 1. You can see that there is a burrowed Crypt Fiend right there. Does he know that that unit is sitting right there? That is the question, as the Spirit Walker does make its rounds back out. We are getting obsidian statues. We are still only at Halls of the Dead. I do not believe we have gone to tier 3 as of yet. Yeah, and without tier 3, we are not going to be getting that Devour magic that would easily stop any Spirit Link. Farseer will get to level 2 off of this creep camp here. Should be fairly fast. There it goes. Tauren Chieftain going to be sitting at 3. No more leveling coming in from the Orc side. Meanwhile, the Crypt Lord with the Sobi mask now getting very close to level 4. All right, Sobi mask on a Crypt Lord. That means we could be looking at more and more impales as we have, the Crypt Lord finally getting up to level 4, 300 mana, getting those carry-on beetles that deal 15 to 18 damage with 330 hit points. That does start to become very powerful as the Tauren Chieftain just walks in. The size of that stomp was absolutely amazing, dealing so much damage and stunning so many units for so long. There's the Impale though, but it does not stop the Tauren Chieftain's stomp as he was just outside of range there. Banshees getting picked apart as the Wind Riders, even though they are gonna occasionally miss their target, still dealing big damage. Tauren Chieftain still walking its way over. Is it gonna be able to finish off that one last unit? No, the Crypt Fiend gonna be able to back off as the units are still engaging. All right. Crypt Lord, a whole bunch of units right there. There's some Devour, or no, that was some Disenchants trying to figure out which one is which, as now the Tauren Chieftain does take down an Obsidian statue. Raiders need to back up here. Low hit point Grunt looks like it will be able to get back as the Tauren Chieftain sitting at 100 mana. Will it be able to put its foot down? Not quite sure. All right, Wind Riders no longer chasing. Tauren Chieftain gonna try to get in position, going after some of those units as the Banshees are just getting picked apart by those Wind Riders. However, another Impale quickly finishes off some more Spirit Wolves as the Farseer sitting at level 2 could be in trouble. All right, Tauren Chieftain going after the mechanical Obsidian statue again. It looks like it will get taken down, and both sides losing a lot of units. Not quite sure who is actually on the losing end just quite yet, as this Wind Rider, still going completely unchallenged. Farseer gets the final shot off there, and is going to be able to pick apart some more units as all of a sudden, Lin's coming back with a strong presence, finishing off the remaining Obsidian statues. Farseer needs to get away. Does have a potion of invulnerability. A big stomp once more as it looks as though a Crypt Fiend will get taken down. All right, units need to back off here. Tauren Chieftain, however, high on life, so to speak, as he's going to go ahead and try to finish off the remaining units. Those Spirit Wolves were in position to purposely allow a reasonable escape for this Tauren Chieftain. All right, unable to finish off that burrowed unit once more as the Farseer and the Spirit Wolves are heading back. Meanwhile, back at the other end, you can see Spirit Walkers trying to finish off these poor carry-on beetles, but they are going to be heading back. It looked as though that unit... yeah. All right, let's see what's happening next. Level 4, nearly at level 5. Meanwhile, back at the other end, Farseer getting healed and using up a Clarity Potion as well. In addition, we are looking at a Great Hall about to be, salvaged here. Quick Ensnare, it is going to get, taken out, and unfortunately gives level 4 to the Tauren Chieftain. Lin, who was behind for quite some time, now ahead, going up against 120 with a level 4 Tauren Chieftain, a level 3 Farseer. He's going up against a level 5 Crypt Lord and a level 1 Goblin Tinker. All right, I've not seen ever this particular hero combination, as the Pocket Factory is going to really do numbers on this Great Hall. Big Impale right there. Is it going to be enough? Double Tomes of Strength. Is the Tauren Chieftain going to even bother to pick them up right there, as the units are still dealing a lot of damage? Tauren Chieftain drops a stomp, dealing massive damage to a lot of units, but more importantly, stopping them in their tracks. Goblin Tinker trying to fight back against all of these units here. Double Obsidian statues as the Goblin Tinker tries to get away. Is it going to be enough? Another big stomp right there. 48 supply compared to 48 supply. Obsidian statues getting destroyed alongside destroyers, as another, Crypt Fiends are just burrowed and currently hiding out of sight. Tauren Chieftain is going to be able to finish off these units. A lot of very low hit point units right there. I guess the Disenchant actually still deals damage to them, since they are technically summoned units, so it deals damage even though it doesn't have timed life. Tauren Chieftain continuing to drop the foot, as we are now looking at a level 2 Goblin Tinker alongside a level 5.5 Crypt Lord. Goblin Tinker finally taken out. There goes a Crypt Fiend. Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer get to 5 and 4 as the Crypt Lord now needs to head back. Getting very close to level 6, which would be Carrion Swarm, but I don't believe it's going to be enough. Oh, there could be an Impale. No, no Impale. There is a Surround right there. The Obsidian Statue could attack and actually destroy. The Banshee does it instead, as we are still fighting our way through. All right, Crypt Fiend is going to be able to finish off all of these units. No additional armor for the Crypt Lord. And that's usually what makes that Crypt Lord such a difficult unit to take out. Add in the fact that there is no Death Knight to heal a 5 armor, what is that? Nope, does in fact get one of the Crypt Lord abilities, so it does have additional armor and it will reflect a little bit of damage back. Is it gonna be enough? Crypt Lord sitting at 425 hit points, gonna look to try and clear out some of these creep camps, gonna attack and then pull back. We don't see a Goblin Tinker out onto the field yet, so this is purely for just the gold and maybe a little bit of items. But Lin looking to just take control of this game. He has the expansion already up and running, and if he even just has to get into a trade base for base, he has a base to give and also has pillage as well. All right, Tauren Chieftain, well, not really doing very much there. That is just an illusion. Back at the other end, Goblin Tinker is going to stay at level 2 after clearing out this 544 creep camp. Crypt Lord is accidentally going to steal a little bit of experience as there's a big Impale across multiple units once more. All right, is it going to be enough? Goblin Tinker picks up an Ankh of Reincarnation. Does it give it to the Tauren Chieftain? Well, no, sorry, does it give it to the Crypt Lord? No, it is not. The Goblin Tinker escapes with 44 hit points, gets a Chain Lightning, but will come back as the Tauren Chieftain does throw down a Stomp. Crypt Lord will get taken out, and I think that is going to be the end of that. Goblin Tinker used up the Ankh, and, well, that is going to be the end of the game. Lin comes back to take out 120 in this game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.